$1 million is now being thrown into the pot, helping to fund the $100 million aquarium in Syracuse's Inner Harbor. Good evening. I'm Matt Mulcahy.
And I'm Megan Coleman. The Onondaga Civic Development Corporation is the group with the county's Economic Development Office. It granted a funding request from the Friends of the Onondaga County Aquarium Incorporated. That money will be used to kickstart what it calls aquatic operations. The proposed budget is set to begin the operations. It's just over $4 million. The $1 million granted today will go toward three main areas: prep work to secure regulatory approvals, logistics to take in the fresh and saltwater animals to fill the aquarium, and hiring the people who will work to care for the animals once they get there. Work the nonprofit says needs to start before construction is complete.
Remember, it was a contentious 9 yes, 8 no votes in the Onondaga County Legislature in 2022 to approve the county executive's $85 million aquarium project plan. Since then, that cost has ballooned to at least $100 million. Construction continues to hum along as many questions remain about how the project will work. The I-Team's Mary Keeler is live at the Inner Harbor of Syracuse tonight with more. Mary?
Yeah, and behind me you can see some of those lights and the scaffolding there. That is really the aquarium beginning to take shape if you've ever driven through here or walked by here along the creek walk. But in the meantime, there are many questions about exactly how much all of this is going to cost to keep the lights on, let alone keep all of the animals contained and safe and cared for that will be in the tanks eventually there. Crews scale the sides of the aquarium now taking shape in Syracuse's Inner Harbor. As that construction continues, Onondaga County lawmakers like Democrat Maurice Brown are wondering how it'll work in the long term.
My fear is that it's going to be, a monument or a landmark. It's going to be a visual representation of how we failed during this time period that we're in right now.
In February, Legislator Brown put out a video on YouTube sharing concerns about the project, including questions about how many visitors will walk through the doors and how long it'll take to turn a profit.
As someone who lives in Onondaga County who pays taxes, I want to see my $100 million be spent well. I want to see this project do good, but I don't think we're going to get that as long as we keep operating how we've been.
Have you gotten the answer of how much it's going to cost to actually operate and maintain this aquarium?
No, we've not gotten an updated number on how much the aquarium is supposed to costs, and it's actually kind of frustrating. I will admit I haven't asked since September, because in September when I asked, I hit a dead end.
The nonprofit in charge of raising additional funds for the aquarium just got another $1 million boost from the county's Civic Development Corporation. That will go towards the animals and the people who will take care of them, as well as the many regulatory approvals the facility will need.
We should have thought about the commencement before, we're less than a year from launch. Like, the fact that we're just funding the commencement worries me.
So a spokesperson for the Onondaga County Executive telling me tonight that Zoo Oceanarium, that's the St. Louis-based vendor group that will be coming in to operate this aquarium, they will be responsible once this gets going. The targeted date of operation and starting this aquarium up for the public is summer 2026. Once that starts, they will be in charge of generating the revenue that will pay for the operating costs. Meantime, the Friends of Onondaga Aquarium nonprofit is projecting their aquatic operations budget, which we talked about, involved in that vote today with that $1 million boost. That's based off of that St. Louis company's projections about that. And the chairperson telling me over the phone tonight, their $4.1 million budget for that aquatic operations tab and other things related to kiosks and other parts of the aquarium that will go into the experience. That is something he says that is not being factored into construction costs, nor is it coming from taxpayers. Live in Syracuse tonight, I'm Mary Keeler.
Mary, worth noting, a little bit strange that they went to the OCDC, the Development Corporation, for this kind of operating costs, when most of what they do is help facilitate large borrowing from big entities. Did he talk about that at all, why he went to them?
We had a very brief phone conversation just a little bit ago, Matt, before we came on the air. But this was something they do deal with economic development and government projects like this. So that seems to be why they went to them for this. But they also said, the chairperson said, there have been a ton of families and private donors, individual people who have also contributed with open arms, people who we don't know about yet. It was, disclosed that they don't have to disclose that they gave money publicly.
And in the meantime, Mary, as we can see from these aerial drone shots, the construction ticks on at the new aquarium in the Inner Harbor. Mary, thank you.